Okay, we on air. Okay, so thank you for coming. Hello everyone. You have to remember, this event today is in English, not in Catalan, not in Spanish, in English. So listen and understand. And if you don't catch anything, you don't catch something, okay, so my questions at the end. So looking at our colleagues from the Liquid Galaxy project community worldwide, hello from whatever place in the world you are. We are late 12 minutes just because the Windows didn't want to make the right configuration for the streaming. Hopefully, with the help of Paul and Sandra, the streaming will be going out, and also you will be listening us. Let me introduce Moisés. Hi, Moisés.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad. Thank you for coming, my dear.
What's a pleasure.
Hopefully, you are listening to us, to both. The most important person is him, not me, but I'm doing introductions. We're okay? Fantastic. So, guys, could you please open your phone and look at the streaming? Look at my channel and try to listen just to check the sound a little bit.
That we are here.
So we are a little bit stressed
okay,
for the progress. Hello. So the point is that we are going to start the presentation. I have to make a few a few announcements before. You can see wherever you want. It's free today. So I will introduce Moisés for you. Later at the end, we will have some light food for the people here, not for the ones that you're away. And also we're going to give away some lovely stuff from Flutter and from our colleagues from Xtorm. And we will be making some kind of I don't know, some prizes. We don't know still in what way we will do it, but we will give it these things away.
For the questions.
The Flutter and the batteries and the cable from Xtorm, and also these will be glasses. Okay, what else? Oh, so we have pins, Flutter pins.
Yeah, you have pins for Flutter.
Ooh, yeah.
That was really good for Esper because we have like a competition in which we have to get all the pins.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah, and every year there are 4 news. Four
what
news
kind of
every
pins?
year. Yeah, different kinds of the product of Google.
Products, Google products.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, last question is, if you, from the outside audience, have questions, remember to make the question through our Discord channel. Okay, not the YouTube. We will not be attending the questions by YouTube. I will be on the Discord channel as always. Yeah. Hopefully, our colleague mentor Jazz from India will be with us at the other side and will help. But at the end of the presentation, at the Moisés presentation, will be the questions for people local first and away later. Not anything else that introduce myself. Moisés is my friend. That's the most important point. He has come from 500 kilometers away. No, it's not too much, but it's a real effort from his side, and I appreciate you coming with us today for the 3rd or 4th time. I don't remember how many times you've been
I think
in
it's the
Lleida.
4th time.
4th?
Yeah.
So I will pass you the word, introduce yourself,
okay.
And you can start the presentation. Our colleague Paul, that is on the streaming, will be changing between you on this area and also your slides. So
okay.
Thank you very much, and the stage is yours.
Okay, then first of all, I want to say thank you to GDG Lleida, GDG Spain, and of course Liquid Galaxy Lab to give me the opportunity to talk about artificial intelligence, because it's the silly thing about I talk it commonly. And today I'm going to try to introduce what is that about artificial intelligence and how we are get the current situation, because I suppose that all of you listen about ChatGPT or these kind of technologies, and what was the path that we follow to stay here. And this is me, okay? I'm PhD in computer science, and my major is artificial intelligence, and I research and teach in different universities. Currently, I'm teaching and researching here, and I'm GDG in machine learning from Google, and I'm organizer of different congress, and of course, I'm Google Summer of Code mentor.
So let me make a salute, because our colleagues from the Facens Brazil University are telling us that we are live. They are saying us perfectly and listening. So good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then we are going to do there. But first, I'm going to try to explain why artificial intelligence is really, really important now. This is a sentence that guy, I don't know if you know who is that, is the CEO of Google, okay, is Sundar Pichai. And some years ago, in 2018, before the pandemic, that guy says something that, in my opinion, is really real. Artificial intelligence, it's maybe one of the most important changes that we are going to live from fire of electricity. This means that this is going to change our life fully, because we are going to see things that we imagined in the past, or maybe not. And why? What is that about artificial intelligence? What do you think about that? Do you think that is something like magic, or it's real? But first, we have to think what is the thing that we can do it with artificial intelligence. For example, we can solve really complex problems that we can do it as human. For example, when we try to interact complex machines with really several computations, artificial intelligence is better than us. And we don't know why. Another thing that we usually do with artificial intelligence is to try to recommend things. I guess that you know that application is Netflix, okay? And Netflix have an artificial intelligence algorithm that try to make recommendation about what things we should watch, because this application, this artificial intelligence algorithm, know how is our behavior. And more important, okay, I don't know if you can see, this is a brain picture, okay? And artificial intelligence can detect things that humans can do it. For now, we are using artificial intelligence to detect tumors that we can see. We have to wait more time to see the tumor and choose that is a real one. But we can do more things. For example, in this case, we can use artificial intelligence. Let me put the video, okay? I don't know if I can. Oh, no. Bad. Okay. Oops. That something happened. Okay. I try to go here. Okay. This is something that happened in Spain some years ago. Okay. I was there, sitting, waiting for my, you can see here, I don't know why. You can see there? No? Okay, give me a second. Oh, here. Okay, good. Okay, this is that happened here in Spain, in Sevilla, okay, one famous company that usually use artificial intelligence for many things, put this kind of robot, okay, serving beers. Then you can use an application, ask for a bottle of beer, and the dog go to you and give you that beer. Okay, not give you, you have to take it, okay. But it's something that you can use using artificial intelligence and see that kind of animal doing that, okay. That was really nice, to be honest. And another thing that we can do is, for example, this, okay. We can detect in real time what is happening and which is gonna be the behavior of that player, okay. We know what is happening according with the position or with the attitude or the action that is doing. Then this is a tool that mostly of the teams of the EMB are using right now to try to identify which is a tactic, and is starting to using in another sports like football. But we can do more if we want, okay? We can create these kind of machines. Okay. This is maybe one of the most advanced robots in the world, okay? And that behavior was learning using machine learning. Okay, someone teach that robot to do that. And the robot repeat until do it really well. Then, now we can teach robot to do that using artificial intelligence. And they can collaborate, and they can do many things. Now, this is recording, right? Then I can say something that I was to do, because that robot was built to do some kind of things that are not for normal people. Then it's possible to wear weapons or other kind of things. It was created by combat, okay? Oops. Oh, sorry. That something happened. Videos always has a problem. Okay, but we can do more things. We can transform the pictures. We can do anything that we want and transform any picture in another thing, just using artificial intelligence. Or we can transform the video signal to make change. For example, like that, using the Google Pixel or using different programs which transform the interaction, the face, everything that we want, even the background that we have. And more, okay, we can do things like that, transforming the information or generating an environment, or we can creating a dynamic environment for video games, or creating characters or elements and changing in real time. And even if we want, we can drive cars automatically. This is the camera that the Google car from Waymo is analyzing the information into the environment in real time and is behaving according with the actions or the elements that are there. This is real time. It's possible to see that if you are inside of the Waymo. Or even if you want, you can automatize the control of errors when you are creating something like this, a microchip. It's possible to identify with artificial vision all of this. And more, we can use drone that automatically identify errors there. And even we can prepare all the packets that you receive. This is from Amazon factory. There are two here in Spain. One is in Madrid and another is here, I think, in Catalonia, but I don't know exactly where. And this is a system in which the robot moves and the humans put the different elements that you are going to receive in the pockets and are preparing the packet that you are going to give. Then this is a way to increase the speed of the process of preparation your packet. And more, we can do other things like that. We can interact in real time using Google Glass or other kind of elements, for example, to identify errors, problems, or anything in the environment which is connected by IoT or other kind of system. Or even we can control in real time a factory, that it's possible to know what is happening in all of them and even change the behavior of the machines and control the traffic, the global traffic. This is a real place. I suppose that Andrea was there in the past. This is San Francisco.
Sure.
Okay. And you can control all the interaction between the different cars or vehicles there. And of course, this is Google. And you can make the robots take the rabbits and making clean the office. This is one of the robots that are in Google. And it's possible, okay, to find the different rabbits that are there and take it. And sometimes, okay, you can put anything for the robot. Good. But all of this is awesome, incredible. We don't know. Maybe in the future we will have more. But what was the starting point? Do you know when we are starting to talk about artificial intelligence? In which moment that we are starting here to reach this moment in which there are many things. Maybe you have 20 or 25 artificial intelligence in your mobile phone right now, okay, running and taking information for you to generate new behaviors. We starting point here, not in the moon, okay, but closer to that. I don't know if you know who is that guy. Was extremely famous. Maybe you watch a movie about him. This is Alan Turing. This is the father of the computer science. This was an incredible man that created something to finish a work. But the most important thing is that some years after that, create something that we call the Turing test, which is something that tries to prove if a machine is not a machine. That means it is possible to know if that element in this conversation it's a human or not. Now that we have that super advanced chat system like ChatGPT, it's possible to try to identify if ChatGPT is or not a machine. Then all of this started with Turing. But when Turing created this, he didn't know anything about artificial intelligence. Even we don't have that word oops. The real starting point was there. This was the Dartmouth Summer Research Conference in 1956, where maybe the most intelligent man in math and computer science tried to say, okay, we want to create machines that mimic the human behavior, then we have to create something to do that. And then they defined the term of artificial intelligence. And they started that there. In my life, some of these guys have an important moment because maybe of the works that I do with artificial intelligence are based in their works. And mostly of them contribute to the things that you saw before, that machines that are doing things in automatically way. And maybe the first element of artificial intelligence was that, which is the most important thing that we use now, the neural networks. And they started here in 1957 when they defined the first perceptron, which is the basic element that we use to create neural networks. And after that, we are starting to create more and more technology. The first chatbot was created in 1966, like 60 or 70 years ago, and it was like that. And quite similar to the ones that we're using now, quite similar to ChatGPT. Or the first robot that tried to behave like humans, to try to solve problems and reasoning about that. Or maybe the algorithms that try to identify the action that we do, to try to share which are the actions that we have to do, for example, to go to the school in the morning. And we can do it with this kind of algorithm. But after all of that, something happened, and artificial intelligence stops because it was impossible to get money from that. And mostly of the companies say that artificial intelligence was like a dream. And it's going to be impossible to create real machines that behave like humans. And during maybe 15 years, we were waiting until someone created new artificial intelligence techniques to create neural networks for vision and audio. And after that, we are starting the moment in which we are. We are starting to create real artificial intelligence. Maybe you are really young and you don't know about this, when one of the first machines that play against a human won a human using something like artificial intelligence, because this wasn't a real artificial intelligence. But more, we are starting to create robots. And maybe you have one of these in your home, which is really common now, but they are starting like 20 years ago. And we are starting to create different challenges to create real artificial intelligence. This is the DARPA challenge, like a competition in which all of these cars are fully autonomous. It's not possible to control with humans. And we are starting to create the main element of the current artificial intelligence. The deep neural networks was like 12 years ago, no more. And we are starting to create real artificial intelligence that play games and win humans. This is really, really funny, and you can see, if you want, in the different movies that Google has in YouTube. If you want, you can see how AlphaGo, one of the most advanced artificial intelligence in the last 10 years, won a human. Okay, not won, destroy a human playing Go, which is one of the most complex games that we have currently. And now we are here. We was in the winter, and now we are in the summer, because the artificial intelligence is in mostly all the elements related with technology. And what is happening now? What is the most advanced technology that we have right now? This is the thing that is making the artificial intelligence something important right now. The AI generative. This is the top level currently. The most advanced things that we can use as normal people, because there are other AI systems but are not available for everybody. And here, okay, we have ChatGPT. No, not here, because when this classification was done, ChatGPT was nothing. But there are many, many technologies that do exactly the same of ChatGPT. And there are more. This is the top level of the artificial intelligence right now. But the question is how they are working. I don't know if you know this. Do you know DALL-E? Do you know what is that? This is one of the things that open artificial intelligence, make the newspaper talk about artificial intelligence, because we can create pictures that look like real ones with only a description in text. And how is working? This is the thing that we can say to DALL-E, okay? An astronaut, teddy bear, a bowl of soup, riding a horse, longing in a tropical resort, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is the thing that we want to the artificial intelligence create. Do you think that we can create that with artificial intelligence? No, it's an illusion. Because the artificial intelligence is really, really smart. Oh, not really, it's not smart because it's a machine. But only taking information that can show. And then our brain say, wow, it's exactly the thing that I said. But okay, we remove the teddy bears, the bowl of soup, the tropical resort, or the Andy Warhol, okay? Because the artificial intelligence doesn't have information to do this. Then it's trying to generate something that is closer to the information that we did. Then now, it's only taking the astronaut, riding a horse in the photorealistic style. Then it's there, it's good, it's creating something, but it's not perfect. And of course, artificial intelligence doesn't know if it's doing well. Then for that reason, it's generating multiple images. Then now, the thing that we can do is to choose. Like humans, we have to take the information that we are generating with the artificial intelligence and then choose what is the best according with the information that we put here. And how is working this? What is happening there? Artificial intelligence is something like this, a big number of elements. In this case, DALL-E is composed of 3 different artificial intelligence tools. One, okay, which is this, that transforms this picture into numbers, okay? The thing that we are doing is to collect all of this information and encoding to number, okay? And the other thing that we do is to get all of this information, the one that we write here, okay, and transform into numbers. And then there is the magic, because we make a comparison, okay, a matching between this information and this information. And then after that, we choose the numbers that are here and are here in the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of pictures that we put here to generate that numbers. And then we generate something quite similar and transform those numbers into a picture. It's only that. It's only numbers. It's only things that we know. This means that artificial intelligence is not really artificial. It's only a way to remember all the information that we gave to the artificial intelligence before. And how is working this exactly? Okay, this is the test information, okay? And this is the pictures that we use to try to identify what is happening in the test. We generate a super group of information based in numbers, okay? Each number is like a barcode. It represents something. For example, if we go here, the astronaut has a specific barcode. The horse has another. And the photorealistic style, if that is something that can be in a picture, okay, it's another barcode. Then the system only tries to find the different barcodes and generate a new group of numbers that is transformed into a picture or a group of pictures, and we have to choose which is the best. And one important problem that we have now is this. Do you know if an image is real or not? It's possible to know, because this is a problem. Someone can take in some of your pictures and create a fake one. And okay, We can try to do that and put this information here to try to say, okay, this picture was generated for a machine, but we can remove it. We can remove picture here and nothing happening. And then we don't know if this was created by a human or by an artificial intelligent person. Then one of the problems that we have now with the AI, generative AIs, okay, is that we don't know what's happening there. Imagine that someone takes your picture and generates something that is not good. That is happening. But we have more application to do that. Another one that it's putting a lot of picture in TikTok, in Instagram, and mostly of the networks is stable diffusion. It's working exactly the same technology. We are doing exactly the same. We take some information that you write, we transform that in numbers, and we create another picture using the numbers. We only do that. There is not real artificial vision. There is not real artificial intelligence there. It's only numbers doing numbers. And we have another system. For example, we have Google Image. It's extremely good, better than the previous one. And people don't know how to use it and where it sits. And we can create things like that. This is exactly like a picture. When I saw this picture first time, I saw that was real, but it wasn't. And even this picture looks like real. See all the information around that. Then we can mimic the world using artificial intelligence, and we can do things like that. And again, we have the same problem. We write a lot of information, and the artificial intelligence taking the information that is there and generated something like that. And okay, we say, wow, it's intelligent, it's smart, it's created the thing that I did. No, that's a fake, because there is a lot of information there that is not there. But we are humans, and if we see 3 or 4 things that we put here, say, oh, wow, that's really, really good. And we can create things like that. Really, really realistic. Maybe it's possible. Even here, you see that it's not focused. Oh, can be a real picture. But again, we can identify the pictures to know that it's not real. But there are more systems, and now we are in the top. ChatGPT. Wow. ChatGPT is the new technology that is going to destroy mostly of the jobs that we have in the world. Because there is not going to be newspapers, because ChatGPT is going to write everything. Students don't need to know how to do the homework because ChatGPT is doing for them. Or even the teachers can prepare the things. Even this presentation was made with ChatGPT. Okay, maybe 2, maybe not. And ChatGPT is a technology that is based in one artificial intelligence that we could instruct GPT. And is the one that taking a lot of information of the world, was reading all the things that he write in Wikipedia and other places, and try to generate something like that. But it's not a real machine and didn't know anything about the world. This is an experiment that I did, okay, in which I asked ChatGPT about me, trying to know if he can know what is happening there. And I asked him, who is me? And ChatGPT say, okay, you are a user. Okay, it's difficult to see. Say, you are a user. And I ask him more questions about me or about ChatGPT. And just give me information that is there in the internet. There is not creativity. It's only mixing information and put it there. And this is more complex than before. We have many structures here processing the information, reading the sentence, and trying to find the information that is quite similar to that. Then, the thing that we are doing is to try to identify which is the important information there to generate that solution, which is not creativity, which is not nothing there. It's just some information that is collecting now from the internet, from Wikipedia and other inputs before, and try to mix it to create something that looks like human. And of course, this is extremely complex. It's using billions of inputs, billions of information, but it's not really intelligence. It's something, a machine that copy information and mix it to generate an output. And yep, ChatGPT is not learning alone like humans. It's learning from humans. We are training ChatGPT. Each time that you ask ChatGPT, oh, give me this information, and you didn't say this information is wrong, ChatGPT is learning that and saying, oh, that information that I generated is good for the reader. Then it's good. And if you want, when ChatGPT generates an answer, you can say here, this is good or this is wrong. But most of the people don't do it. Then all the information that is generating, good or bad, is using to generate new information. But at the end, the real top of the artificial intelligence is BAR. It's really, really good that we don't know exactly how it's working, and it's not possible to use it. Okay, if you try to use BAR, you can use it. You have to go to United States and be in the white list in which you can use BAR and see how awesome is that technology. And how is working BAR? BAR maybe is the most advanced conversational AI chatbot that we have, and was developed by Google based on Lambda. Lambda is like a supermodel that understands the human behavior. Or that is the thing that they said, because we don't know. And we can make questions to BAR, and BAR is answering us. But the good point is that BAR is connected to the internet, can read all the information that we put there, even capturing the information about us. Maybe can go to our LinkedIn and read the information about our studies or jobs, or maybe can go to the social network and read all the information that we have there. Then BAR, it's another kind of artificial intelligence, and it's using more information than nothing. Have like 137 billions of parameters. That is all the information that someone, and human of course, use it to train BAR. And use like an infinite set of data. That is internet, okay? We collect all the information that we have there. Billions of documents, and most important thing, billions of dialogues. One of the problems that we have with ChatGPT is that there is no dialogue in the information that they are using, but BAR is learning for us. And we use it trillions of words. There is one with many zeros. It's a lot of information. Then there is the good point of the artificial intelligence, the information. And how is working BAR? BAR is working like that, okay? We can make questions to BAR and get a lot of information, rich information, more than the information that we expected. And BAR, it's navigating in the neural network to try to identify the information. And depending on that information, it's identifying more information and more information, navigating in that super big neural network that mapping the human behavior. And that is the problem of the artificial intelligence. We are mapping the human behavior. That means that we can create real things, only random. And when we are talking about generative AI, which is the top of the artificial intelligence, we are not really doing that. We are just mixing the information that humans generate to create something that looks like human. And that makes the most important question, is artificial intelligence will be a tool, or it's something that will dominate our behavior or even the world in some years? What do you think? And this is the important question that you have to try to think about and see if all of these artificial intelligence are coming to help us or to dominate us. And that was the thing that I wanted to talk. Thank you, and if you have more questions, you can contact me in my Twitter or in my LinkedIn, or ask me now. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's gonna have some questions, if there are. Let's first start to the local people, because I have to go to the other meeting. I think I closed mine just because, because you were talking and I don't want to disturb your conversation. So, anem a fer alguna pregunta aquí local, si teniu. Els companys que estan des de fora, hi ha unes 20 persones mirant l'streaming ara mateix, mala sort. Teniu alguna pregunta? Bona tarda, gràcies per venir.
So maybe that's solved in English, or are we in streaming or
Live.
Yeah, we are live.
awesome?
We are in real life, like the artificial intelligence.
No. Show us your lovely pronunciation.
Thank you.
You have one.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, you don't have to. You
No?
can use it that way.
Okay,
You will.
that's weird. So maybe that's solved already, but the way the artificial intelligence tries to get the most correct answer without being fully correct. Let's go back so everyone can understand, or maybe it's easier to answer it and to ask for it. For example, with mathematical algorithms or functions or formulas, you can go, let's put this very simple example, you give it 2 numbers and then you tell him this is the right answer and you're just multiplying them. It won't get the exact formula, it will just kind of see how it goes, more or less. But it will make stuff way more complex than simply multiplying those numbers, and probably will get a lot of decimals for something that don't need it. And then you can just get the answer, approximate to the nearest natural number or whatever. Is that being researched? Kind of, let's take this approximate answer you have, approximate way to get there, and try to find the most simple way to get it, because that's, according to Occam as well, the mostly correct answer most of the times.
Okay, one of the problems that... Oh, sorry.
Did you understand it?
Yeah, I understand your question.
Maybe a bit weird.
That's a problem that we usually have with artificial intelligence, because to identify what is right or wrong, it's a big problem. Now, with this generative AI, something that is right for me can be different for you. Maybe it's wrong for you. Maybe if you're asking about one topic and you are not an expert and you read the output, you say, oh, wow, this is really good. And maybe an expert in that topic say, this is all fake. And usually happen. If you're asking about some topic that is really complex and is not a general rule, like the multiplication, okay, maybe the information that you read is wrong, because it's a mix of information that looks like right, but it's not. And one of the problems that we have with the artificial intelligence is that it mimic human behavior. And human behavior have different values, have different criteria, have different ways to say something. And that is all mixed and try to do in the similar way. That is a big problem that machines have, because they don't know what is right or what is wrong. They only say, this is quite similar to the answers that I learned. Then, okay, it is quite similar in a numerical representation, maybe it's right. And if a human didn't say, oh, no, this is wrong, it's impossible to know. Then one of the problems that this system have is that they are creating information that maybe is a fake. And you don't know, because your knowledge, it's under the information.
It's also because of the complexity of what we're trying to treat here. But even going back to this more simple example, if you got, maybe the multiplication will do it already, but if you got a slightly complex formula, it will always give this insane amount of decimals that isn't that complicated to get the formula, the exact, like if I ask the AI, give me the exact formula I'm using to get these numbers from these others.
Yeah, but maybe...
Is that being researched, or is that something that it's already done? Or do you think
not really.
It's something that we should go back to a more simple thing, solve it right, and then construct on that? Wouldn't that give better results later?
That is a problem that we have, and there is no one trying to solve it. Okay, not most. I suppose that there are someone, maybe it's researching in that area, but it's difficult because that is not something that is useful. The useful thing is to create something that generates an output, like this. Maybe the output is wrong, or maybe it's quite similar to the thing that you think that is going to be there, but it's not. But even if we teach the artificial intelligence to solve a specific formula, and we explain or we put all the knowledge about the rules under that, the artificial intelligence is going to mimic. It's going to copy exactly that process and give you a very good answer. If you give it all the rules and enough examples for that. Yeah. If not, it's not possible. And with the human behavior, it's a problem because you are only given a small piece of the human behavior, and it's impossible to know if the answer is right or is wrong. Depends of the information and depends of the way in you are inserting that information.
Thank you very much.
So we have a question from India, or Dashin is saying something like, is it possible for an AI to predict astronomical data? Prediction in the sense that it can take and relate various theories and find an absolute answer to the mysteries of the universe.
Whoa! Okay, it is a mystery, maybe I can answer that, but okay. Maybe not, because artificial intelligence is not reasoning. It's just trying to identify the patterns of the information. If we need to make the artificial intelligence solve a problem about no information is there, because we don't know, which is the mystery of the university, of the rules that control the universe, it's impossible to make an artificial intelligence do it. But maybe if we try to explain to the artificial intelligence the rules that we know about the universe and which are the physical limits, maybe it's possible. Because some years ago, Google proved with one artificial intelligence who was the structure of all the proteins that we can create. But, okay, we know which are the rules that control the universe of the proteins. Then in that case, it was possible. The artificial intelligence do it better than humans, more accurate. But in the universe, maybe there are many rules that we don't know.
That's the point.
Or maybe, or not. Maybe we can try asking to ChatGPT how to go to the most closest star and see what happened. Maybe it's designed.
Take a look at what's in Moisés. Maybe you have to.
Maybe it's possible to explain how to create a.
He's making a joke.
Yeah, or maybe not.
Making a joke. So the other people are writing questions, but
maybe Bar can do that.
Let's try your English, ladies and gentlemen. Eliana, dígame algo. No sigues tímida, que et conec, va.
There was a question here, right? No.
Liana, no has tingut cap contacte amb intel·ligència artificial? Estàs equivocada. Ara, ara sí, a veure, quina?
No sé.
Quantes hores te passes cada dia al TikTok? Pots confessar-ho si vols, si no, no confessis, eh? I no és per tu, perquè ho podia presentar a qualsevol de les
persones. This is recording, you have to talk in English.
Yeah.
How many hours are you in TikTok?
2 hours a day.
Every day?
2 hours a day. So she's not using artificial intelligence.
All right, maybe it's watching videos about artificial intelligence in TikTok.
In TikTok.
Maybe it's that.
No, so TikTok is everything about AI. Is that right?
Yeah, more or less.
Everything.
No, not everything, but mostly of that is artificial intelligence there, but not all of that.
Have you seen the latest trend from TikTok that they are using, the thing that they are using, the videos you are record to train
another artificial intelligence
to just learn how to dance by itself?
But you imagine how TikTok can know when a video is not good or not for the social network. For example, to identify a nude.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's because there is an artificial intelligence that identifies everything there and say, okay, this is not available for the platform, but it's 3 or 4 hours after that.
The CEO of TikTok a few weeks ago in Washington, in the USA, something like they have 30,000 people taking a look at the pictures, but without AI, they can
But
do
always,
nothing.
always they follow the artificial intelligence, not the people.
30.000 persones mirant que la gent no faci coses rares a TikTok, encara les fan, i després hi ha molta intel·ligència artificial per evitar-ho. Has vist com sí que fes anar IA tot el dia? Perquè això és IA. I a més el teu anglès és bo. La teva pronunciació és good. Any other question? Pregunteu alguna cosa, no sigueu tímids. Mira que us faré la pregunta a l'inrevés també, eh?
Well, do you think using ChatGPT...
Wait. Repeat the question. Take the mic. Come in.
Okay, you want to ask that if using ChatGPT is a good option or a good title. Okay, then you can ask. Okay.
Do you think ChatGPT is a good web to use in our...
In your life?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
For
It's a
homework
tool.
or to
For
study.
example, when you have to put a picture in your wall, you use a helmet, right? That is like a helmet. It's like a tool that maybe increase the speed of your work. Maybe you can ask in, okay, give me a draft of the history assessment that I have to do. Okay, you can get a draft and you can include more information, read, change. It's like a tool, something that makes you work better, can increase your productivity or can increase another thing. It's another tool, like a car. Yes. Okay, you can walk if you want. You can use a bicycle or you can use a car. ChatGPT and artificial intelligence is exactly the same. It's another tool, a really good tool.
We have a few questions from
Okay.
our Discord channel. So, Kuntamar, is my pronunciation of Indian names is a little bit complicated. How far are we from super artificial intelligence? Another really big question.
Okay, the first question here is, what is a super artificial intelligence? Maybe we have to ask to ChatGPT or BAR or something like that. Okay, yeah, the problem is that is the problem, is what is for that person a super AI and what is for me a super AI.
Maybe
super AI is
you say something like a person. Your question is
is like a super person.
It's like a person. No, maybe because this AI are not.
It's quite similar to a person. Okay, a super AI.
I'm giving
Okay,
them
if
the
I put
opportunity to
super,
make the
it's
question
better.
again.
Okay.
Ariaman is saying that another big question. I think it is. What is the scope of the super artificial intelligence in 10 years?
Wow, I don't know.
We can only take a look at 10 days or 10 hours.
No,
10 years.
no, it's better 10 years. Okay. I don't know what is going to happen with artificial intelligence. No, we are super far for that. No, it's impossible because now we don't have machines that can reason. They can do anything that they don't put there. We teach them to do the things, and they are learning for us. But they don't know how to reason it. They don't know how to behave. They can create new things. If someone in the world someday create an artificial intelligence that can create something new, something that is really new, no copy, not taking thousands of features.
Something physical.
Yeah, not physical. Maybe in the internet or there. When we have that, but maybe we are talking about.
They are not doing this already?
No, they are only copying and mixing. They generative, okay, they are generating things, but there is nothing there. It's just, okay, we are collecting thousands of pictures that we say, humans say, okay, this is this and this is this. Try to mix all of them, and humans that only see three or four things that they ask, others say, oh, perfect, it's a new thing, it's creative. No, we are defining which are the parameters, and artificial intelligence is fill in the gaps. It's that. It's a random way to generate something quite similar.
Go ahead.
If there's any question there interesting, you can go for it. But isn't, in fact, identifying patterns and mixing what we learn and to create new stuff the basis of our learning as well? Isn't just that we limitate what we teach the artificial intelligence, and we limit those parameters because maybe the model is not good enough, or maybe we don't know how to train it well enough. Because if you take a look at how we learn, we just get inputs, and then we mix the information that we know to express what we think is correct.
Yeah, but for example, with
It's
these
just more
new,
complex.
these new generative AIs, they don't understand what is inside.
Yeah, of
They
course
don't
not.
understand what is the meaning of tree, for example,
Yeah.
or what is the meaning of chair. They don't know that. They know that after chair the chair is brown. They know what is after in the way that we communicate between us. But they don't know what is the meaning of chair. They don't know what is the meaning of is, or they don't know what is the meaning of brown. They know that are together to create a sentence, for example, in that case. They don't, I don't know. Imagine the moment in which humans say, okay, this is a chair. Artificial intelligence can do that, can create nothing that is not there. They can mix.
It can see pictures of chairs and then identify it.
Because they are identifying, because
Isn't
we
that-
say, oh, it's like a chair.
Yeah, but you can't take a human that has never seen a chair and say, okay, identify a chair.
Yeah, but
It's not going to do it.
yeah, but the thing that we can do is create the concept. Our artificial intelligence is not creating. We
Maybe-
can say that
Maybe
is
that's
a
a
chair.
problem.
Someone create the chair. Say,
Someone create the
I'm gonna do a
concept.
chair. Yeah, and it's that way, and it says this way.
Yeah.
Someone.
Yeah. For example, one typical thing that happened with computer vision some years ago, when you put a screen and a mobile phone closer, sometimes they say, oh, both of them are TVs. Or maybe if you put a Windows next to them, they say, oh, another TV.
Yeah.
They don't know what's happened because they don't know what is the concept. They say that it's quite similar to the other concept that they learn, but they can create new concept. It is not there, it is not in the data,
Has
they
anyone-
can do it.
Has anyone tried to let AI create some kind of their universe, create their concepts and see if they understand their own concepts, how they do it, and then extrapolate?
Okay, then that is the moment in which artificial intelligence will be like humans.
Awesome.
Because they are creating that.
Are you going to Google I/O in June?
Tomorrow.
No.
No,
Okay.
Tomorrow.
yeah, it's tomorrow, but I'm not going to, you know?
We'll just
Today you're not, but
No, but tomorrow maybe.
we'll just see if we can talk about it like more time some other day.
I don't know. I'm totally sure that I'm not going to see that with my eyes, even if I live 200 years,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Fair enough.
That's a shame, to be honest.
Yeah.
But is that?
Go.
An EA is a tool. You can concatenate multiples
Yeah.
EA and you can get the job of a person. for
Maybe,
example.
maybe not. But people is complex. Humans have many things there that we don't understand. And when you want to create something, you need to understand how it's working. I think that replicating a human, it's extremely complex. Maybe we can, maybe not. Maybe we can be closer. Maybe we can make machines be like human, but not real human. I don't know. It's difficult because we have feelings, we have conscience, we have sentiments, we have many things that we don't know how it's working in a machine. Because machines are, or artificial intelligent machines are created to solve a specific task, not a general one. Okay, we think that GPT can solve anything. No, GPT is a language model in which you are interacting with it and it's getting answers. No more. It's not thinking, it's not doing something like humans do. When make an answer for you, put there and forget it. But maybe when someone make a question to you, an important question, and you generate an answer, you are thinking after that, after and after and after and after. But for the machine, that is not important. The content is not important. It's only generating the answer. And making closer to the answer of a human, or making closer to the picture as a human can do it. No more. There is nothing there. Just that.
And
That's a tool.
In the time of work, you have to do a video, for example.
Yeah.
You can go to ChatGPT and ask for get more information for that video, and then you can pass to another AI to make the presentations. So if you will do this process a lot of times and concatenate it, in the final result
Yeah, but
will
at
be
the
better.
end, you can make the correct answers. If you don't ask, the correct questions. If you are not making the correct questions, ChatGPT is not going to give you, or another artificial intelligence like that, is not going to give you good answers. The problem is the questions. If you make a good question, maybe you will have a good answer, or maybe not. And if you want good information, you have to make the correct answers. Sometimes a human can give you the correct answers with only a stupid question. Then depends of that. Artificial intelligence, it's only generated an answer for a question, or a picture for an information, or it's just a tool that get an input and generate an output, and only work with that, no more. There is nothing inside. For now, maybe VAR is gonna work like that. We will know. In some days, or months, or weeks, or years, we don't know. Which is the next artificial intelligence that we are going to see in some time.
Thanks.
Andreu?
You go.
Yeah, you can.
Do you think that in the future, or near future, or more future, if we develop an extended artificial intelligence, if this can make disappear some jobs like engineering or programming, or making new jobs like prompt engineering?
Okay, that's a very good question, and there are many people asking that. But imagine 300 years ago, when someone discovered the electricity or the machine that we used to move or something like that, okay? Imagine how the world changed. Everybody died or everybody lost their jobs. No, they changed it. They created other things. They starting to create other things. Or imagine something that maybe you live. Some years ago, I don't know if you remember a world without internet. Maybe not. But 20 years ago, there was internet. Remember?
20, sure.
Yeah, 20 years ago, there was an internet. We don't have mobile phones. We don't have computers like that. We can do the things that we are doing right now, making this talk. And now we have. And the world is quite similar. There are new jobs, and there are things that we are not doing anymore. Because maybe a machine that is controlled by human, or it's automatic, is doing. And that is a good thing, because most people can get that goods that we are creating, or can access to that element. Creating technology is not a bad thing. It's only a way to change the world, in a good or in a bad way. But of course, in 20 years, maybe there are different jobs.
Let me make a funny thing. There are
What did you want?
There are a few questions in the discourse, so I use iLabs to generate a voice, and let's gonna hear the question from an just generated by artificial intelligence, nice voice. So let's listen.
Up to what extent can AI go with its creativity in today's date? Like, can it create new ideas or new stuff that has never been thought by humans, based on the training data set of human creativity till date? Like some new revolutionary invention, because as you said that it mimics human brain, and assuming it has the training data set of ideas from many human brains, it should act like a very, very smart human, and create something revolutionary, right?
Listening the
Yeah.
through
It's good. That is a super AI. That's a super AI. Yeah.
So answer with your opinion. What do you want?
Okay, in my opinion, creativity, it's something that we create humans. We say this is creative or this is not. Okay, if we create it, why not in some years an artificial intelligence can do it? But now, no, because they are only mimic information. They are only copy. They are really good copies.
Very skeptical. No? It's not the word?
Okay, no. In artificial intelligence, there is two paths. The strong one.
Yeah.
There are the people that we believe that in some moment of the evolution, a machine will be intelligent, a real artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
They will be better than humans, or they improve the humans. I believe that it's going to be. Not close, but it's going to be
but
there.
in 100 years, you mean?
But maybe in 100 years, or maybe in 2, 3, or in 1,000, if we are here or not. But now we are not closer of that.
Okay, let me change the voice.
In my opinion.
In your opinion, of course. Let me change the voice to female and try to listen to a question from Egypt, from our friend Mahinur. Let's gonna generating the voice.
Can text or images generated by AI technologies like ChatGPT and DALL-E 2 be distinguished from real text and images?
Oh, that's really difficult. Sometimes it's difficult. For example, if I go to some of the pictures that I have here, okay, this looks like real. If you see, okay, see this. This look, you think that this is real? Could be. If you see the picture, you think that it's real? Yeah, it is. But our brains say, oh, it's impossible to take a cat and put that jacket.
How is big tech?
I'm sorry.
It's impossible. Or if you go here, this is super realistic. It's possible to think, okay, it's there, it's real, but this is not. It is not, it's a fake. But this will be a big problem because in the next days or weeks or months, there are many AI applications in which you can create in that.
It's not already happening?
Yeah, it's already happening. Yeah. For example,
but
now
it will be worse.
It's going to be worse because someone can take your picture and put in any situation.
Yeah.
Okay, there is, for example, a picture in which Obama and Trump are kissing.
Yeah.
It's there, and it's super realistic.
It never happened.
Or for example, 3 days ago was a newspaper talk about there is a profile in OnlyFans that is totally fake. It's an artificial intelligence, and it's getting a lot of money.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's
fake.
fake.
Getting the money? The artificial intelligence?
I don't know.
Somebody's maybe the props.
Maybe one artificial intelligence created that plan. Maybe ChatGPT say, okay, I'm going to create.
You are talking about ChatGPT again. Let's another question.
Or maybe it's Bart.
How is big tech handling the bias presented in training data? For example, the training data curator is bound to have a bias towards what parameters hold more weight. Does this make it possible for AGI to be less diplomatic and more based?
Okay, that's a very good problem in the artificial intelligence, the bias, because we are generating that information and we have our own bias. The things that in which I believe are making that the picture that I take it, the test that I write, the way in which I speak, it's making a bias. Then the artificial intelligence, of course, is going to be a bias.
Because we already are.
Yeah, we are because we are creating the artificial intelligence and they are learning for us.
Yeah.
That is the problem. For that reason, the artificial intelligence is not a real artificial intelligence because they have our bias. Yeah. They can say, okay, this is a bias, I'm going to remove it. Like humans do. If there is something that you don't like, you say, okay, I don't want to believe in this, or I want to destroy it, or I want to remove it. But artificial intelligence is putting there and say, okay, I'm removing if there is not many information, or this is a really atypical value or situation, but not because it's something that say, oh, it's bad to say bad things about black people, for example. Yeah. That is not happen. There is a famous AI from Microsoft that is starting to do that because learn about the behavior during the elections of the presidents of United States, in which Trump and Biden was in Twitter there saying many things, and the artificial intelligence learned about the Twitter behavior and was a really bad behavior.
And the AI think, okay.
And the AI is starting to say,
this is
exactly.
Good. And I copy it or I create over it.
And that AI was frozen.
Yeah. They froze because they know that
they want to understand what is happening, of course.
Let's listen to the last question from the external. Is there any question here? Hola, ¿seguro?
Is it possible for an AI to create more complex yet efficient algorithms, be an image generation or NLG, on its own, that is, in layman's terms? Is it possible for an AI to improve its efficiency itself on an exponential basis? Was it ever tried in real life? That is
the good question, is when you say machines are creating machines. Okay, yeah, that's the problem. This is the evolution. When an artificial intelligence can understand itself, it will be like a human, and then can create things to improve their behavior. And that is the point in which an artificial intelligence become in a real citizen, in a real thing.
But this is not happening already?
No, of course not.
No, because you say that machines are
No,
not
you
intelligent.
have another algorithm that the artificial intelligence know that have to use that algorithm to improve a new version of itself, because a human put that behavior inside. Someone put it there, but the artificial intelligence say, okay, I'm going to create an hyperparameters algorithm to improve my own parameters, because the artificial intelligence don't know how are they created. They don't know. They don't understand itself. They don't know.
Okay.
It's like a high-level behavior.
Is there any research going on
I'm
how to make
closing
machines think?
because I just go out of quote again. In a second ago.
Okay.
Another question. No? Artur, make us a question. Show us your nice accent from wherever you are. No? No? ¿Ninguna pregunta vosotros? No? You have a very good accent too. Your English, but huh? Your English. Yeah. Good. So, Moi, I think we're finished.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
So thank you very much for coming, man, again.
Like always.
And let's gonna have two things. One thing is, how many persons of the audience here, local audience, have made some good questions? How many?
Oh, I think that was 3 or 4 good questions.
Which
here.
ones?
Okay, the one about jobs, that's really good.
Signal the persons.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy?
Okay.
Another guy?
The first question about the complexity of how the artificial intelligence can
Next.
solve that question. Okay.
Call it Pau.
Yeah.
Another one?
Another question was the guy next to Pau. Okay.
Yeah.
And another question there was really good.
From
Pau again.
And I think there was a lady. No?
That was the typical question that.
Oh,
people
your
say.
question was bad.
No, it was good, but
So let me ask your question. Do you like these glasses? No, you're not gonna use them because you need the special glasses. So I'm gonna give you this lovely bag from Flutter. Take a look at this. Come here. Make a photo. Everyone, you make photos. You come. I'm gonna give you this. You know what Flutter is? You don't know.
No.
So you're gonna know today. What is Flutter, man?
You can ask ChatGPT.
yeah, that's good.
What is Flutter?
Programming tool.
A programming tool. So I know you're gonna go for law, not for programming, but you will lose it. Okay.
Now you have to learn
What was
Flutter.
the other good question? From
About jobs. Okay.
you like that? I think maybe Pau.
That, in my opinion, was the best. That, in my opinion, was the best question.
Have another foto. Hey, fem una foto. Aquí, teniu. Que hem de fer veure que entreguem aquí els regals. Agafa. Vale, hem fet 30? Vinga. Tu vols les ulleres, nen? Jo l'home de les ulleres. Come here. Flutter glasses. Come. This is unique. Just arrived yesterday from the US.
Better than a Ray-Bans.
Look at there and say, those are the Flutter glasses.
Brand new Flutter glasses.
Oh. Okay.
You can put in Wallapop now.
No, don't do that. The other question was from?
Oh,
Try one hand, left or right? Left, mine or yours? Mine. Your left is this one? And mine, say mine. No, mine, not yours. Left, my left or my right? Your right. My right, this right. So you battery. Hey, show una foto. Mira la cámara. Say thank you to the store. Thanks. Photo. There was another question? No? No more?
I think that people from the internet in the live
No, but
was
those
make.
guys more than
No, you are not going to send in the.
From Egypt, Brazil.
You are not going to send in the.
From India, from. At least one I know. I have a question. You have a question?
Another question.
It's a good question because if it's a good question, you will get a.
We can ask now.
A precious cable, USB-C cable that. You know, this is 35 euros. Take a look at this. So you can put it in Wallapop. No, you have to use it because this is from extern. So, make your question. It has to be good. It's the last one.
Like, I don't think that it's very good, but
That's right.
like, do you think that Bard will be better than Bing Chat, because Bing Chat has been more developed than ChatGPT, and it's like slightly better than ChatGPT. And do you think?
Okay.
Wait.
I don't know if I can answer that question.
It's a very good question because no one has.
Okay, I believe
This is the classic.
this is the classic question that people say. Okay, I believe that Bard is going to be better than ChatGPT.
You have to.
I can answer that question.
So
it's gonna be better.
I'm not an expert. He is the expert, but let me say it another way. It's just a matter of numbers. I think it's just a matter of numbers.
Yeah.
So Paris already has been trying, not Bar, but what is the name of the model behind? Yeah.
Behind Bar is Lambda.
Lambda. The name of the model is Lambda.
Yeah.
Bar is only
the tool.
Like ChatGPT
is
the front end, not the.
Yeah.
So Lambda, I don't remember the numbers, but it's something like double.
You can see here the numbers.
Okay, but in comparison with the other ones, the question is there is a chart. There is a chart where they compare.
Which is
the
here.
They use on every machine learning model, the big ones, and you see that some of them are using, I don't know, 15 million. ChatGPT is around. This is the one.
This is ChatGPT. So, it's what 175 billions.
And this is 156, 137.
No, but the problem, the point is not there. The point is here. This is the important thing.
So,
the infinite.
Make the comparison.
The comparison is okay. The structure of the AIs is quite similar. The complexity in terms of parameters.
And also the device of the same technology developed by Google.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the important thing is the information that they use it. Because with Bar, they use the infinite set that include that group of documents and that group of billions of dialogues.
Dialogues?
Of course.
From where?
From the internet.
From everywhere.
I can say from where, but
from everywhere.
From the internet, from everywhere.
Can you compare this to the?
In the case of, I don't have. Okay, we have the information. It's not here. Okay, I don't remember exactly the number of information. But in the case of ChatGPT, it's only using 3 or 4 inputs, the Wikipedia and some static input.
So, I think, correct me, the answer at this moment, because artificial intelligence hours, right now, you never know what's going to happen in one day or not 10 years. But at this moment, the quantity of information that has been fed to the different models is something like triple.
No, I think it's more.
More?
Yeah, because Lambda is connected. Lambda is connected to the internet and training.
Remember, was trained till 2021.
Yeah.
If you make a question like yesterday's.
Now it's connected, but not to train.
But in the middle, when they launch, if you answer something just for 2022 or 2023.
I'm going to tell you something about ChatGPT. Okay. Again. Yeah, because we can use Bar here in Spain.
We can. So, okay.
Okay.
And you say
1 week ago.
He says, Bing Chat.
Yeah. Bing Chat. Okay, that's the name. Yeah. No, it's not ChatGPT.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
It's quite better.
It's not the same.
It's quite better.
It's better.
Yeah.
Has been trained with other models.
1 week ago, one of my colleagues at the university asked me one question about this kind of system. Say, okay, my students use ChatGPT to make the statement that they have to do. And was about one book that was in the internet, but have some errors. And the correction wasn't in the internet. Then the teacher make a question about the pages in which the correction was. And ChatGPT didn't know everything about that.
Of course.
And then for that reason, they couldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
They say, no, this is not in the book.
But now with Bing, it's not happening this because he is connected. This person is connected.
Yeah, it's connected to the internet, but we don't know. It is retraining.
So when at this moment, we would say that simply at this moment, maybe Google has more power and more information, but it can move. It's continuously upgrading it's a race now, plenty of people, but the capacity, this is another question, the capacity and the information power, the machines, the servers, to do that kind of training of the models, there are only a few companies in the world that can do that. So the race is, I would say...
There are only 2. Or three companies that can do that. Yeah, maybe.
Microsoft, Google,
And AWS.
AWS, Amazon, and that's it, because are the
I think
that,
or maybe the United States Army and the China Army, but no more.
So the race is only about half a dozen groups. So, but it will be changed continually. So, thank you. That's a good question. Come here.
That was a really good question, right?
It was typical, but
No, it's not typical. People is not doing that question because they don't know anything about bar, because they can use it.
Yeah, but I understand that. Why do you make this question? Because you know.
Because I've
look at the camera. The camera is here.
You asking to ChatGPT?
Your public is there and there. Hello.
Because I've seen a video about one big YouTuber comparing
which one?
PhD.
Oh yeah.
Comparing Bing AI and Bard. And
what did he said?
He said that actually now Bing is slightly better because it gives you more specific information. But like Bard is more creative with...
It's creative. And one problem is that it's not a good comparison because Bard, it's partially deployed. It's only at 10% of its capacity.
I have a joke, I have to tell you. I really like that. Your English
that was really good.
Your English is good, and also seeing that YouTuber is very good. But do you think that YouTuber is real serious? Next day, he'll launch a video saying that I just made my first shoes. So, what's the point about this?
I would like to do one like that. Why not? It's going to be funny.
And the funny thing is that all the other big YouTubers are copying the same or talking about the shoes.
Now everybody is talking about Bar and ChatGPT because it's nice and funny.
Photo. Excellent photo. Okay, thank you, man. Give me. No, this is yours. Enjoy it. It's a very good cable. So we are going to finish. Thank you to the people on the live streaming. Thank you to the people that will see this later, because this is going to stay in YouTube. Thank you to Moisés to come again to Lleida. We will see in no time in the next event somewhere in the world, in Madrid, in 18th of May.
Tomorrow in Madrid.
Thank you to Paul that has been on the commandments, Sandra the designer, and all the other people here. And we have some food and some drinks there. Thank you for coming. We can stop the...
But you are not coming food and drink to the people?
No. It's for us only. Bye-bye.